there. Today I would like to talk about how to appreciate and accept the impermanence of everything. It's not going to be like super comprehensive, but it's just basically based on what I've learned from experience, what I have learned from books that I've read. So I'm not like a guru of everything, a guru of whatever. I'm not a guru at all. Just like saying that word. You know how like they say YOLO, you only live once? I kind of believe that that's true, but I kind of don't. You only live once with this conscious reality that we have right now. From this specific frame of reference, from whatever you've experienced within your lifetime, you only experience that once. Maybe to your knowledge or to what you will remember. I am a believer in reincarnation, so I don't know exactly what happens after death, but I do feel like there is more to it than just the end and a judgment. It's too final, and I feel like we're infinite beings. The impermanence that we experience in this reality is something specific to this reality, because our reality, our three-dimensional reality, at least what we perceive as human beings, is a reality of contrast, a reality of differences. There's light and dark. How can you discern one from the other? Because it's light and dark, good and bad, happy, sad, all of that stuff. You learn that when you're a kid. So it's just comparison, contrasting. I feel like it's also like a stress response. That's something that we've been conditioned to acknowledge. However, I do believe that there is no good and bad. There is no different. There is one unifying experience, and that's the universal consciousness that we experience every day. Each of us are living our own little bit of consciousness. So I believe that there is no good or bad. There just is. Which is amazing, because then you get rid of the judgment aspect. You realize, yeah, everything is temporary. Nothing is going to last forever. This life is suffering. So once we're born into suffering, which is quite unfortunate if you think of it as good and bad. But if there is no good and bad, and it just is, then suffering just is. That's just the reality of the situation. That's why we're here. And this is what we are experiencing right now. Trying to fight the impermanence, trying to feel like, yes, we can be immortal. Let's just keep genetically modifying everything. We have unlimited resources. Yeah, there's abundance, but I mean, our bodies, the skin bag, the skin casing is not gonna last forever. I'm gonna get old, even though my face doesn't look like it. As I'm speaking, we're aging, but that's just a precept of time. I feel like as human beings, one thing that can help our minds and help our sanity and help us to be our complete selves is to just completely accept the impermanence of everything. I'm not gonna suffer on this earth forever. I might transcend to some other place that I can't even comprehend right now, but this suffering is not gonna last forever. Just like any acute pain, if you like get sliced or something, it's gonna heal. It does take time, but it does heal. Accepting the impermanence of our situation is the best thing that we can do to make better our situation. We can be better people, knowing that everybody is going to die. That's one thing that's gonna happen to all of us. Not all of us are gonna have all these luxuries, big houses, nice cars, but we're all going to die someday. And that's one thing that you can be sure of. Which is kind of morbid sounding, right? But it's an important concept. It's an important thing to realize. It's not a concept. It actually is going to happen. The reason why maybe I'm talking about this is because it's been at the forefront of my consciousness, because my father's passing away. Since he's died, I feel like I've been thinking a lot about death. More so, I don't like to say death because it sounds so final and scary. So I like to call it impermanence. So everything is impermanent. Our human bodies are impermanent. Our thoughts are impermanent. They're fleeting. Like they'll go away. That is what I've just been thinking about a lot lately, and it's given me like some comfort knowing that, you know, eventually like it's gonna happen to me. Nobody's invincible. Nobody's immortal unless you become like half cyborg or something. Maybe that's possible in the future, but in reality, I am not afraid. I'm not afraid of death, and I feel like a lot of cultures and a lot of religions, I was raised Catholic, have like taught us to kind of fear death because there's some judgment involved there. Like if you're a bad person, then you're gonna go to hell. Or if you're like a really good person, which is impossible, there's no perfection, nobody's all good 100% of the time, you're gonna go to heaven. To me, that doesn't make that much sense anymore. I know that everybody has their own beliefs, so I'm not judging people who do believe in those things, but I'm just saying it doesn't make sense in my precept of reality. So, impermanence, anicca. It's anicca. It's a concept that I actually found on YouTube. It's like a 4-part series of just talking about everything, the Akashic field, the Akashic records, I mean, how we perceive reality, like all of that stuff. It was super intriguing to me. I just feel like I got a lot out of that, and one of the ideas that they presented in that series was this idea of impermanence. It's not only an idea though, I keep saying that, but it's not only an idea, it's an actuality of this reality. This too shall pass. Life, death, again, another contrast. Why dwell on this idea of this perfect person? Why dwell on the idea of like getting your dream job when everything just is? Everything is impermanent and everything will happen as it needs to happen. Let's learn to not force. Let's learn to understand one another, and also to realize that we're all suffering in this big, crazy, beautiful world together. So why do we have to make it more difficult by attaching to these ideas and ideals and trying to force them onto other people? Let's just accept that we are all going to die. We are all impermanent. We are all going through our own frame of reference, our own way of perceiving reality. And let's not judge others for what they believe in, because it's life, and that's it. And it's a vibrant life. And I just sound like a crazy lady talking about death and dying, but it's just given me a lot of comfort in my time of healing. Right now I'm going through the process, but I do realize that you should cherish the people around you. Keeping that idea of impermanence in your head and realizing this person is not going to live forever. Let me tell them how I feel right now, because this moment is the only moment that matters. I have a lot of regrets when I think about my dad. And I know I shouldn't, but I do. I always think of things that I could have done better and things that I could have said, like thank you. But I feel like I told him what I needed to, and I know that he's still listening to me. Just love everybody in your life. Whether they're giving you grief, whether they're giving you happiness, I feel like it's all part of your journey, and it's all part of their journey also, which is crazy. It's like a ripple effect. Like everybody's affecting the other person. It's just little ripples hitting each other all over the surface of the water. And it's really quite beautiful. Collisions happen, and I feel like the right people come into your life. So whether they hurt you, whether they help you, be grateful, show gratitude. You never know when they're gonna die too. It sounds so weird. It sounds really morbid and everything. I know, but it's a unifying factor. We're all born. Everybody who's here is born. Everybody who's on this earth in this reality is born, and we will eventually die. It's a beautiful thing, because you only have this moment. You only have this one life, this short time between your birth and your death. You only have this much time. All of this in between is you, whatever you make it. All the little branches coming out of there is also how you interact with other people. So just be a good person. Just realize, like, we're not all gonna live forever. Unless you want to be a cyborg, like in that one anime, Psychopaths, yeah, the one guy who's like a cyborg because he wanted to cheat death. He's an old hunter. Watch it, it's really good. It's trippy. Unless you're a cyborg and not a human being, you're gonna live forever. But you're a human being, and you're not. So you should remember that. It's not a threat, I promise you. It's a reminder to myself also. We're actually fragile beings. Even though we think that we're gonna live forever, we feel like we will. I've been there. I still feel like I'm gonna live forever, but I just have to remember that I'm not. It's like the most humbling thing that you can think of every single day. I might die today, but I didn't at the end of the day. I lived to see another one. Realize your impermanence. Dwell on that for a little bit. Let's also realize the fragility of human life. The animals won't live forever. We won't live forever. The plants will eventually die. Just be grateful for even having the opportunity to be on this planet with other people. Who knows? Maybe there is a being on a different plane that we can't even see right now. They're probably like here right now. That is immortal. But that's not what humans are. We died. I said that laughing, is that weird? But anyway, let's talk. Let's transcend. Let's elevate this consciousness, this three-dimensional reality into a bigger thing. Let's be better people. I love you guys and love your families. Give your dads and your moms hugs for me, if not from you. If you want to talk more about it, let's just keep it going. Let's see what else we can talk about how we can be better people, knowing that all of us are not going to live forever. Let's have a dialogue. Let's have a conversation.